take your order.
Don't have to worry about food yet. And
How about
we're
it?
good on the hunts and stuff.
We'll
like
see
that.
you around.
Alright, so you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and just knock out that touchable quest now. Currently level 12, 2 levels over the behemoth, because I do believe the behemoth is level 10. So we'll go ahead and refuel up the regalia. So we don't have to worry about this later. And we'll head over to knock out that Chocobo quest. Tank is full. We got our potions. Go ahead and hit auto. Then we're going to go down to map point. And I do believe we have it here. Yep, here. That's where we want to go. Shouldn't take more than a minute or two. It's not that far away.
With the temperature rising.
Nice.
Should be there. Like I said, it's only going to be about another minute. So, this is New General Area. Once you get to Chapter 3, there's a lot of different side quests you could do. You can actually do enough side quests to push yourself into the mid-30s quite easily. Even up to usually 40s if you really like. And then that's more than enough to finish off the rest of the game. So if you wanted to do nothing but the side quests and the hunts, that is a very good way to get your levels up and then basically just speed through the rest of the game. But like I said, we're not doing it in this run. The only really side quest we are doing is to unlock the Chochobos, which involves killing a behemoth. And then, like I said, after this, we will proceed going directly to Lestalem and then proceeding onward from there. Chapter 3 is pretty interesting, some pretty fights. This is where the game starts to implement more and more things and throw things at you. And then usually by Chapter 4, it's just, you should know what's going on. And we're pretty good for the time. It's 11 o'clock. I don't know if the hunt has to be done, and I don't think it does. I could be incorrect, though, but I just so happen to do mines at night. First time I played through. Okay.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
The kids got it bad. They're away.
Excuse me. We'd like to ride the Chocobos.
The Chocobos, huh? I hate to break this to y'all, but we can't permit that while Deadeye's still about.
Deadeye's is Behemoth's name.
Uncommonly ferocious, but hold on now. Ain't you lads the hunters that have been making a mark? You reckon you could handle the likes of Deadeye?
So there we go. So when you go ahead and get that quest, what you actually have to have done is you need to not leave right away to go fight him because you won't be able to. You need to go ahead and talk to him. We want to reveal the local area.
Before you go.
Perfect. You want to go ahead and just select here for the hunt, and you're going to go ahead and go to the, I think this one? Yeah, the undertaking. Level 15 with 3 levels low will be okay. So actually 3 levels low, but we'll be fine.
Y'all be careful out there.
Let's go ahead and hit out. We're going to go ahead and look at elemency. We don't really have an element here, but we do have quad cast 1450. We got some nice potency, so we should be okay. We got a total of about 6 casts on spells. I think we're low on money. No, we have 785 gil, that's fine. And I think we do have enough potions. What we're going to do real quick is go to Ascension Tree. And we're going to actually invest into, if I do believe here, it's in the magic one. Combat, recovery, magic. There we go. And we want to go ahead and enhance magic each party member by the number of levels gained. The effects of some of the abilities do not stack. This is actually pretty worthwhile to get. Oh, I think I have to get the one before that. Absorb image from Elite Deposit, so we'll go ahead and get this. I don't think I'll have enough points. No, I have just enough to go ahead and get this. And then, yeah, we might get that one, but we definitely want the increased magic per level. So we got that taken out the way, or taken care of. And what we're going to do,
Howdy.
see our boy over here. We have 3 Phoenix down, so we should be good there. We're going to go ahead and buy a couple more potions, about 15 more.
There you are.
And I think that should be more than enough to go ahead and knock out this hunt. We just want, like I said, the big thing in this game is just making sure you have enough healing potions to compensate for what's going on. Okay. Now the hunt's not too far away. You'll see the way that I take so that you don't get confused when you head on through. Because when I first initially did this hunt, it was a big headache because I went around the completely different way. You would assume that you would just go to the road and come around the back way, but you actually have to go from a whole completely different area to get in there correctly. Normally I'd take the regalia out, but like I said, in this situation, it's just quicker just to go straight forward.
There in a jiffy.
Not. We should make haste for Lestalin.
Yeah, don't keep my sister waiting. The hell?
There we go. And it so begins right here.
Something's amiss.
Come on.
Behemoths, like I said, is not that bad. We have upgrades on our weapons, we have nice magic, so we should have no problems. And they do have some nice draw points in here, so 2 birds with 1 stone. Usually you want to use fire versus them to help blow up the barrels, but I don't know if you can blow them up the other ones, but I usually just use fire because that's what the game tells you to. Do you have to use fires and try to time load the behemoth? No, it adds extra damage, but for the most part, you just do your damage, survive, and get it in there, and you should be no problem. We're going to be utilizing Gladio's ultimate as much as possible, because that will get a lot of damage in.
Gotcha. Gladio's looking rather pallid.
Okay, we popped the magic there because there was a large group of monsters and we actually would do a lot of damage. Go ahead and back to Elemency. Now we'll go ahead and equip the 140. So there we go. And we got 4 casts of that. And we're going to keep it moving. So we got some pretty nice experience for that.
Onward.
Yep.
I do believe in this corner over here there's an item, so we're going to head down here. For what I recall last time I came through, yep. Crooked Helix Horn, which is good for Catalyst, or basically when you add the extra abilities to your magic. There goes the Veritooth Bristles, that's also very good. Gladios has poison. You know what? We'll just pop it off of them. I gotta remind myself to stock up on a couple antidotes. You don't need too many. Antidotes really help. Maiden's Kisses and Softs, usually to watch out for Toad and Petrify. Everything else, that's it. Antidotes, Soft Needles, whatever, Princess's Kiss, it's about all you need. Or the ones that cure Petrify, Toad, and Poison. Those are the ones that cure. Everything else is kind of whatever. Eventually, when you get extra money, you can use remedies. So Gladio's going to go in first here. Really not much to it outside of that. The slowest part, or the hardest part of this whole fight is probably the slow. You have to basically follow the behemoth back to its lair. You got to move slowly. That's pretty much about it.
Hold up.
You see, he gets a cracked off when he has 1 blind eye. Luckily, his right eye is blind, so he can't see us.
Dead eye. The name says it all.
Man, he's pretty loud, isn't he? You just don't mind.
Let's move.
Alright. So I'm pretty sure, I think there's a fire deposit. There's definitely some deposits. I just don't know exactly where, so we'll go to get some more magic. And off he goes. now we can actually start picking up the pace instead of just sitting here. And we can keep it moving.
Here we go.
Alright, and we're gonna have to follow basically the behemoth to his lair. Really not hard to do. He's pretty much blind anyway. Just look out for any extra items you can pick up. Like so. I think there's about one more out here, but I could be wrong.
It's weak on the right. No eye, no horn.
We'll stay in range until we can exploit its blind spot.
There we go. And all these missiles are good for catalysts. Or just selling, it's up to you. If you're really hurting for the money, then you can do that. You don't have to really worry about the behemoth until the game actually warns you need to be stealth. So we're just going to run ahead until the game lets us know politely. Nothing there. Should be another
Exercise
bristle,
due
maybe?
caution.
Okay. Looks like we skipped the whole stealth part. The last time I did this, I had to be very stealthy. So we're going to go ahead and hop down here. Oh, no, this is the stealth part, I do believe.
We've got the beast in our sights.
But no plan of attack. The behemoth should be headed back to its lair, where we can catch it fully off guard.
Yeah, as long as we stay on guard ourselves.
So the game will let you know if you're trailing too far behind, and the game will let you know if you're too close. So as long as you're behind a rock, you can get very close to them, but like I said, you don't want to push your luck. You don't want to have to repeat this process or do anything silly like that. I'm pretty sure the game would. I've never had that happen to me, but I imagine if you fell this part, they would make you reset or something along those lines. Alright. Then like I said, if you get too far behind, the game will let you know. And that's basically about it. Like I said, this is to me is the hardest part of the whole battle. Now it lets me I'm too far back, so now I'm going to speed up a little bit. So like I said, the game is pretty straightforward. It alerts you if you get too close, and if you get too far behind, it lets you know as well. I don't think it's that much far, and once it gets to a certain point, you're qualified to find him back. You get him back to his lair, you see where he's at, then you can just run ahead, you don't have to worry about it. But apparently the behemoth wants to take his time. He doesn't know that I had to get to stall him anytime soon. And he's creeping. And he's creeping. And he's creeping. Should be a little bit further. Eventually he just kind of like hops over a wall. And then we can get to the fun part. Knocking him out of the battle, then getting our asses to install him. Okay, that's it. So now we know where his lair is at. And we're gonna squeeze on through. Now we're about to go fight Behemoth. This Behemoth's a pretty much of a pushover. He's nowhere near as bad as the Behemoth King. That comes on later. But even then, if the Behemoth King, he's not that bad. So if I am correct, there should be a couple drop points. There might be one item in here, one or two.
All in a day's work.
Okay, so we're just gonna speed on through. Yeah, there it is, the drop point for fire. Alright, so we're looking pretty good. Go ahead and get into battle with him. And these fire barrels is what we can cast to fight him. It does additional damage. If you can do it, great. I've never had the greatest success in doing it, but I mean, it helps speed up the battle. I'll try to, but for the most part, I usually just end up hacking and slashing to death. So we'll try to cast our first spell right next to the barrel. Hopefully, it will explode, and then we'll go from there. And since we have the quad cast, fire should be in there. So here he comes. Yep, got him. So that's the first one. Now we're just going to back it up a little bit. We earned 10 AP. Well, no, our boys are going in. Go ahead and use Gladio. He'll do his damage. And we'll do a follow-up damage right there. Prompto got taken out. We're going to go ahead and drop a potion on Prompto.
This could get wild.
Warp Strike in.
Enough as it is.
And I just got knocked down, so we're gonna go ahead and pop myself out of it. Okay, Prompto's up. Now our spell's pretty much coming off cooldown, so we're just gonna wait here, cast another spell. Didn't get it that time, but that's okay. Popped up Blizzard. You can cast Fire, and Pacific would go for that one if you like. Here comes Gladio coming in, gonna do his damage. I come with knockers from behind, get a couple slashes in. We got knocked down again, but like I said, it's not too much of a problem. We got plenty of potions. We're gonna heal up. Get Gladio to come in again. Now you can leave Prompto down, or you can just basically get him back up. And Prompto's back up already. We got knocked down. We're gonna drop a potion. And hopefully cast fire. No, we didn't get it that time either. But like I said, the fire damage or the ice damage is pretty solid. We're out of mana. Have Gladio come in and do his damage.
One shot, Gladio.
Let Gladio go in again. Coming with the backup attack. Alright, potion back up.
What?
And he knocked us out. So we got the potion on ourselves. And then Prompto.
Okay.
We got knocked down again. Pop a potion. Have a Gladio going again. And that's pretty much about it. And Behemoth is going down for the count.
Us?
So we went ahead and knocked it out.
Taking him down. Hell yeah!
We could go back and withdraw the fire, but we're not going to worry about that. So it wasn't too bad. We lost a good amount of potions. We didn't use a Phoenix down, which is the main thing. We do have dual cast Blizzard right there. I think I'm going to go ahead and wait for one more draw point before I go ahead and use that. And I do believe we can exit out from the back area. I think there's an item back here, but we're just going to make sure I don't miss anything.
Just like in the game.
Well, then I gotta be a 5-star character.
Hell no. If anyone here is a rare, it's me.
There's one item here, which is Broken Harmonica. That'll work. And I do believe there is a way to get out of here. We're also going to go to teleport back to where the car is, so we don't have to walk all the way back. There we go. So we busted all the way through. I think there's an item here. I could be wrong. I think that's it. Yeah, that is it. Go ahead and go to map. Oh, gonna pull all the way out of here. Gonna go ahead and do return to the car. Other than that, we'll be able to have a Chocobo. So now we can head over to Lestalem, because later on when we're going to need to use a Chocobos to basically make a certain segment go a little bit quicker, well, a lot more quicker. And believe me, you don't want to have to walk during the whole segment. At some point, you're going to want to use the Chocobos to get to where you need to go quickly.
You boys did it. You took down Deadeye. The area, I give you my heartfelt thanks.
So about the choke.
Our birds are at your disposal.
Alright, so we knocked him out.
Glad to see y'all made it back in one piece.
We got the Amethyst Bracelet, 3200 gil, which we definitely needed because money's always great.
Woohoo! Come on, Noct. Let's go for a ride.
Since we're going to be using Gladius a lot, we're going to try to stack some good damage on him for the most part. So for gear, Noctis will go Force get priority from the Garnet. We're going to go ahead and put it on the Amethyst Bracelet. And then we're going to go ahead and drop the Bronze Bangle from our boy here, Gladio. Give him the Garment Bracelet. Let me see here. That's just a Bronze Bangle for HP, so I think we're pretty much good because everybody's pretty set up alright. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map. There's a campsite pretty close by, so we're going to hit that one up. But before we do that, we are going to get some food. Oh, we also have an item right here. So camera strap, that's just an accessory that works with the camera for our boy Prompto. It's really not that serious.
So what'll it be today? Y'all still keeping on, keeping on?
It's 800 gil, it's 120. Increased fire, ice resistance is pretty solid. We'll just take the easy one with the HP increase, and that's the cheapest one.
Sure, hold on a sec.
So we got that knocked out.
Look out, stomach.
We're gonna go hit up the campsite next. There should be some fire eating alliance. We need some more magic because we always want to keep our magic
Y'all
stock, and we
come
got
back
plenty of
soon.
potions. So we're gonna head back to the car, and hopefully it's not too dark yet. Yeah, we got it. If it's too dark, then Ignis will let you know like it's too dark, and you can risk driving down the little bit of the street, which is not that bad manual, but we always want to avoid that. So we're gonna do map point. Select the camping, hit yes for the destination.
Everything in order.
And we're going to go ahead and camp out. Then after that, we're going to head straight to Lestalem. You know, I realized something. We shouldn't have ate before we went to camp. That's my mistake. I just realized that in hindsight. We should have gone to the camp, made something at camp, and just basically did that.
Hey,
But I really
Nox,
wanted the food
why
bug.
don't we sleep there?
They got something special?
A safe place to spend the night? The demons will be coming out any minute.
So we're going to go ahead and just keep going because we're going to be getting at the camp spot anyway.
As long as we keep moving, we'll be fine.
Aww. But how can you be sure?
Demons you don't want to fuck with, but we're almost there, so it's not a big deal. We should be there momentarily. Here goes Ignis.
Noct. The roads are perilous at night. We'd best head back into town.
Now, if you do head back to town, you actually will end up going to a nice area, a rest stop, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and take over.
I'll take the wheel from here.
So be it. I only ask you keep the recklessness to a minimum.
Of course, everybody wants to lecture you about night, but to be fair, it is pretty crazy at night.
Ah, sweet
But we're almost
chocobos.
there.
You always set my soul at ease.
Never realized you were so into
Yeah, we're
chocobos.
almost there.
I'm totally into chocobos. Don't take that the wrong way.
There's no wrong way to love a chocobo.
Well, actually, I think we're here. Yeah, we're here. So we can get out.
Everybody out.
And I guess we're going to end up parking
Where
right
do we
here.
go from here?
And straight to camp. You can collect the magic in the morning. You don't want to risk summoning demons and shit. And just in the nick of time, we are here. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and set up camp. We'll draw in the morning and move on.
Ugh, I'm all sticky and gross.
Not bad for the day. Ooh, nice. So we have some nice food items. Plus, that's a favorite of Gladio, so he'll do more damage all for the next day since we're feeding him a food item that he enjoys. Either it's Gladio or Noctis. I didn't really look the symbol. I kind of glanced. One of them had black hair. It had black hair, so it's either Noctis or Gladio who likes this food. Pretty good experience. 14, 14, 14. Perfect. Skill up. It's got the steam fish.
Well taken.
Pictures. Then we should get a cutscene right here. Showing off who got the food buff. Yep, those Gladio. So he ate one of his favorite foods. He gets the damage buff. That would be
good to
great
go.
because we
Just
basically gonna
around
spam
the
Gladio.
lake.
He's gonna carry for most of the early game, and then eventually towards the end, Prompto comes in and does pretty damn well himself. Oh. There we go. We're full. We're gonna go ahead and grab that lighting and make some magic. Apparently we got some visitors here. We're gonna fall back. I do want to get the rest of that lightning. Well, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and fight him. Because I want that to draw my magic, so. And the extra experience in gold won't hurt, not to mention the catalyst.
Nothing we can't handle.
Go on to the next one. It's up there. It is. Okay, that was pretty straightforward.
We all good?
Better than good.
All
Good
right.
to go.
So the only thing we still have to withdraw is the fire, but we're capped out. So we're gonna go ahead and make some magic. We're gonna make some powerful magic. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and drop 99 on the fire, 60 on the lightning, and also 53 on the ice, because we just want to get that potency up really high. So we got fire. We got unicast 150. We're gonna go ahead and add a decent catalyst. We'll see what we got here. Stop cast, we don't want that. Try cast times 4, 3 chain, 156, no. We do have this, 2 chain level 53. Dual cast by 3. So it'll dual cast twice, and we have 3 casts of it. It'll double chain, it'll cast 2 of the elements, and it's level 53. And I think that's just the best option we have, because we have 11 Beartooth Bristles. Remember, we gathered those on Behemoth. So we'll go ahead and crank it up to 10. That means we got a level 83 cast, dual cast, level 6, potency 166. And that will be good for now. Store it. We're going to go ahead and equip the 1 cast of the Thunder Blizzard combination we have. Now we're going to drop the rest of the fire. Then we're going to get back on the road and head over to Listalum. That's it. I'm just gonna huff it back. If you really wanted to, you could just return back to the car, but it's so close I wouldn't waste the load time. Alright, so there's the car. We're gonna have a little bit of a drive, but hey, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of a drive. So auto, quest location. Now we're actually going back to doing official quests. That was a side quest, but like I said, you want to make sure you knock them
Ready
out.
for more?
You bet.
Let's hit it.
Because the Chochobo quest is pretty important. It's good experience and everything like that. So we'll just cruise
So
over
Knox,
there.
haven't taken pics of whatever catches my eye, but what do you want to see?
You get little prompts like this. I don't know. Nothing really. That's the nice response, I guess, right?
What does it matter? Not my camera.
Yeah, I guess you have a point.
Don't know why they really have that, but I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Lestalem is where Gladio's sister is at. Iris, even though it looks like Iris to me. Not too much to do in that town, but just do some quests and side events here. Then eventually we end up going to another destination. We got a nice boss fight coming out that's going to be pretty action-packed. But we should be fine.
It's gigantic!
And that's where the meteor is at. We're going to be heading there eventually.
So this is the infamous disc. Hey, Noct, don't you want to get a shot of you in the meteor?
And we're just going to hit not now. If you'd like to, then by all means.
Not right now.
Oh, come on. If not now, when?
And it actually is a quest, so you don't have to worry about it. So just when you, if you say no, you can always come back and do it as part of the quest. You get experience or AP or whatever. But we're not too worried about that. We're keeping it very streamlined, doing only the most necessary side quests, which is pretty much next to none, and then just doing the story mode. But I mean, most of the fun of the game is just
We've reached a creature crossing.
Wow.
exploring and doing a lot of different
Where
things
do you
like
think
that.
they're all going?
We could always follow him and find out.
With my first playthrough, I did a lot of side quests first, but you will outlevel the pacing of the game. Just be forewarned, so you know you don't get surprised when you fight the last guy and it's very easy. Main thing we're gonna do first when we get a list all I'm outside of doing the mandatory story quests. Talk to the food vendors, get the surrounding area so we know what campsites and everything's around and gathering points. And then we'll just go directly and start the next dialogue for the next quest. This Stalin, I have to say, is probably the most I think it's like the biggest town. Well, it is the biggest town in my opinion. It's like the central hub in my opinion. You get a lot of good quests and get a lot of things done in that area. A lot of good food stuff to buy there. Good and decent and high-end weaponry. Also, you can get there. We won't be shopping for weapons just yet. After the next big boss fight, when we get a little extra money, we will. And like I just said right there, if you are revisiting old space, you can fast travel. But since this is our first time with Stalin, we can't do that. We have to take the long trip. But like I said, pretty nice scenery, a little dialogue here and there. You can play whatever music you like. It's not that bad.
It's like we're warping to another dimension.
Wonder where we'll end up.
Wow.
And we're here.
Nice.
This place is pretty big.
Haven't enjoyed the city life in a while.
They even got a cable car.
I'd like to see where it leads.
Now, I don't know if he's available. We might actually utilize some of his quests later on. He has very easy quests. There is a gentleman, fat guy below. Let's call him the Jolly Guy.
It's getting hot
Mr.
out here.
Tubbles, or whatever you want
Just
to call
need
him.
pull in somewhere cool.
He gives you a lot of photography quests that are very easy to do,
Sleeping in a nice room tonight.
that give you a
Yes, I'm
crap
certain
ton
we
of
can secure
money.
Suitable accommodation.
So I'm looking. He's not here yet, but he will be here later. We will utilize him towards the end of the game to get some easy photo shoots to get the money so we can make sure we have enough healing items to end the game with. So that's one person we will utilize. He'll give us some pretty good experience from doing the side quest, and then we can proceed and finish with a nice smooth
They've got
gameplay.
cup noodles outside the city. All right.
Might be worth investing in a few.
Gladio
servers if the
really
temperature
likes cup
goes
noodles,
bad.
so we probably might utilize that as well. Because when we need him to do more damage, we'll sleep with some cup noodle, get his stats up, and have him go crazy.
Hey, brother, try one of these.
Oh, okay.
Good, right?
Yeah.
Alright. There's a lot of items
Then come again and tell
just
all your
basically
friends.
standing around. I think there is one over here. About right here. There should be an item. I do believe it's a rusted bit, and we just want to pick it up. Oh, I think I missed it, didn't I?
A lot of tremors lately.
Yeah, it's right there.
The rocks around here haven't been shaken loose.
No, glass gemstone. That's actually utilized to upgrade one of our other things. I apologize. I do believe that glass gemstone is used to upgrade one of my... Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of our weapons, so that's actually good we picked that up. You don't want to sell that. At least until you get your weapon upgraded by Sid, and then you can go ahead and get it, sold or get it, sell them or use it as a catalyst. So here's the first food guy.
Welcome.
We're going to go ahead and get the area
Some
expanded.
refreshments.
Cool. So all that information is pretty important. And there's one more food, or I think there's one or two more.
Thank you.
That
Please
will,
come again.
Give us a little bit more of the info of the area. Should be one more food guy over here. Yeah, we're approaching him.
Doesn't the power of kings wear you out?
Kinda. I feel groggy whenever.
So many stalls here. All full of foods I've never eaten.
The aroma is indeed tantalizing. I'm detecting a rather unique blend of spices.
Your nose knows everything.
No. Alright. This guy's food's pretty expensive from what I recall, but like I said, we're just doing it mostly to get vision of the area. So now we know all the camping spots, a couple more parking spots, so that's going to help out a lot. Another outpost too, and some treasure spots on the map.
Heading out? Come back anytime you like.
Now we're going to go ahead and meet up with Iris since we did the basic stuff. Get into a new area, make sure you talk to the food vendors, get the local area, what's going on, so you know where the campsites are at. It should be at the motel over here, but I think we have to trigger something before we go towards that area. Or we'll end up there eventually, so. Go ahead and just walk over here and trigger the next main quest scenario. Funny fact about this town, it is predominantly run by women, or most of the workers are women here. They work at the power plant.
One hell of a crowd.
Well, this must be the main thoroughfare.
She's at the Laville. Let's go.
There we go. So now trigger that we need to go meet her at the end.
The rocks around here haven't been...
So yeah, the women and the ladies make up the, like, I think like 90% of the workforce here. Don't know why that is, but just do. And they get stuff done. So that's also pretty cool.
Whoa! Did you feel that?
You mean the earthquake?
What's wrong?
My head just started throbbing.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So when the ground shakes, your brain aches?
Yeah. Sort of seismic shock to the system. Curious.
Gladdy!
Iris.
Look at you guys holding your own out there.
What can I say? You look good.
All things considered, you guys are staying here, right?
That's the plan.
When you have time, we have catching up to do.
Sure.
Jared and Talcott, is it good to see you?
Prince Noctis! Iris is safe with me.
Please excuse my grandson. He has yet to learn his manners.
I like it.
Your Highness is very kind, but we shan't impose.
A very good night to you, Your Highness.
So, Iris, what was it like inside the Crown City?
Not pretty. The Citadel took a beating. But a lot of outlying neighborhoods made it through in one piece.
The Empire had tactical targets in mind.
You know, if there's anything else, you can ask me.
Yeah, thanks. What?
So, about Lady Lunafreya, I keep hearing she was in town. Apparently she left right away, but at least it means she's okay.
Good to hear. Thanks.
Yeah, well, get a good night's rest.
We got some ascension points to invest.
Morning, sleepyhead.
Morning. Where is everyone?
Oh, they're out walking with Talcott. They went to see the sights. We should too.
Sure. Why not?
Great. I'll show you around.
It seems your patience was rewarded.
Okay, we want to go ahead and go to Ascension. Now, the last time we checked in, we ended up going to the magic tree and getting the increased, I think I'm wrong here. Let me see here. Magic. We have the enhanced magic of each party member by the number of levels gained. This is mostly for Noctis. And then, of course, you know, we got the 99 coming up. We got 64 points to spend. We could eventually wait and absorb more damage to elements deposits. Enhanced energy absorption rate of element absorbing weapons. And that's 99. I don't really think that's necessary. The enhancing of potency of spells and crafting. I think that would be pretty solid to get for 99. We could get the AP for using Elemency, but I really don't think that's required. So at the most, we're probably going to spend 1 more point in extra Powercraft, and that's it. When we get an extra amount of the points. These are basically recovery ones. I don't really feel we need to put any points in here, but I don't know. We might a little bit later. Some of the nodes are pretty cheap, and they do help out sometimes. We got techniques here, but like I said, with all the initial abilities, I mean, that's pretty fine. We could expend something into regroup, bring all enemies into straight defense, rescues target from danger, restores HP quickly, depletes tech bar by 2. That is that's a 2 tech skill. I made it through the game no problem, so we're not going to worry too much about that either. So we'll go ahead and look into combat. We could get some of the air step ones and the extra additional ones that Noctis uses, what have you not. Phase through enemy's attack without using enemy to press square at the last second. That's really not that necessary. Recover a bit of impact looking through attacks at the last second. That can be helpful. Don't really have to get it. The boosting of the blindside damage I will get. And then we're going to go ahead and get a couple extra points, and we're going to go ahead and get the further boost blindside damage. Whenever you hit enemy from behind, you'll do a lot of damage, and that's going to help us out a lot. We might even get Daemon Destroyer next. Not too sure about that. We may or may not be that. We might also get, at some point, we probably are going to get Experimental Magic, which increases Noctis' impact by the number of levels he has. And then the big thing is for the teamwork and also for the stats tree. Link up strike damage is something we definitely want to consider, so we'll go ahead and put some points into this since that is so cheap. Game first strike against enemy who with a firearm. That's pretty good. Adds the tech bar. Automatically scan most weaknesses on the onset of battle. That's 6 points. It's not too bad. Deliver a powerful counterattack with a great sword makes enemies flinch, which is basically from Gladios. We'll go ahead and add that in. That's pretty cheap. As you see, we got gain first strike by delivering a powerful giant sword slash. Death blow, deliver a dose blow to a vulnerable enemy, which helps finish off enemies, and super link up further boosts link strike damage. Is when everybody comes together. So basically, we got 22 points to play with. Pretty much for me right here, like I said, focusing on Gladios' damage is our main thing that we want to do. And also the first shot with the Prompto is actually not that bad to pick up, because he actually does pretty solid damage too when in certain situations. And I think that's pretty much all we want to get. We're going to get Super Link damage next, Death Blow, and then basically these ones are kind of off limits unless you're really going to grind, which we're not going to do. And that's basically about it right now.
Enjoy your walk,
points.
and please take care.
For our first stop, we'll check out the marketplace. Follow me, right this way.
Again, I apologize, there's no way to speed this up, so we're just going to entertain Miss Iris until we basically get all these experience points and we move on to the next task at hand. No matter how many times I tried, there is no way to get an upskirt. At least I haven't managed to. Because, I mean, when you're walking around with a chick on a quest that really doesn't matter, then, you know, might as well, right? Seems like every Final Fantasy, for the most part, has some type of date quest or something added into it.
Isn't it great? I'd buy out the whole place if I could.
Eh, we're not going to be a dick. We're going to act interested.
All these shops seem right up your alley.
You know me so well.
Oh, look at that. Free experience. Don't we enjoy that? And all we had to do was walk around and tell her what she wanted to hear. Sounds like a good deal to me.
Wow. Look at all this neat stuff. I'm gonna take a look. Give me just a sec.
The Give Me a Second reminds me of
Next, we're gonna see the power plant.
Morrow and Chrono Trigger. Because when she said I just need a minute, this was right before we actually ended up going to see Luca in her time machine or her warp machine, and she gets warped back in time, and that starts all the craziness. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Chrono Trigger might be before your time, but it's for Super Nintendo. I recommend to go out and see it. The base coin, all that stuff. Good catalyst, good sells for money, and just in case we ever get into a hard or rough patch and we need more stuff to buy. Here's a power plant. We'll have to come back later and do a little quest for this here for the storyline, but until then, we're just going to enjoy the view of it.
That's the power plant, the driving force behind Lestolem's prosperity.
Provides the power for a
But
lot
get
of the region.
this, only women work there. As a matter of fact, women are the ones who do all the work in this town.
Sounds like your kind of place. I can see you doing well here.
I think so too. It's so different from home. I was surprised at first, but I like it. All right. Next, we're going to the Outlook.
And another 250 experience earned easily.
I'm a city girl, but I dig the rustic charm.
Huh?
As you can see, Noctis doesn't really care. I can't blame him.
You would totally love the drinks in this place.
Would I?
Imagine taking one for a spin.
Oh, yeah.
He really does not care for this, and I cannot blame him.
Hegler Outlook. Amazing view, right? Look, there's the meteor. You know, Noct, this almost feels like a date.
If it were, your brother would kick my ass.
Well, we better keep it quiet then. And besides, you already have Lady Lunafreya.
Precisely.
The others are probably back at the hotel by now. Let's join
And
them.
we turn to AP. Now, when we end up going to the next chapter, before we do that, we will make a quick backtrack to Sid to see if we can upgrade that weapon since we get the glass gemstone. It makes a very good stat stick, or basically what I mean stat stick is just items you equip that you don't necessarily use to yourself or your allies to give you extra stats. And staying ahead on the upgrades on those weapons that are free with finding certain items,
So good.
it saves us money and
Let's
makes
see
the
if
game easier
others
for
are
us.
back. Haven't had fun like this since we were kids. Thanks, Noct.
No sweat. I had fun too.
You did? I'm so happy to hear that. Anyway, the thing I bought today, it's for you. But it's a surprise, so you're gonna have to wait.
The surprise she gives us is actually pretty decent, but I never ended up using
Hey,
it.
look who's back.
Pretty sure you can use it in good
Go on and tell him
positions.
what you told me.
You got it.
Oh, come now, show some respect.
Whoa, no need to respect me. I'm not royalty.
So, there's this legend about a sword, and the sword's supposed to be behind a waterfall nearby.
It may well be one of the lost tombs.
Check it out.
Sure. Thanks for the tip, Talcott.
Okay,
You're welcome.
so as you can tell, that is a waterfall. We're gonna take a look right quick. I do believe... Oh, I guess this one will load up.
Oh, greetings. Will you be staying with us?
Okay, so 300 gil, that's not bad.
Let's call it a day.
Will give us a 1.5
Soft
experience
beds, baby.
bonus. When you stay at a motel and it gets like 1.52 or whatever, it will multiply that number by your experience. So we should maybe gain a level off that. We'll go ahead and get something to eat and then move on to the next area. So apparently it was only Noctis that got that level, so the other guys didn't. That's just fine, because he was the only one for the quest. And we're gonna pick up some food before we head out. And make a stop by the weapon shop. I'm kind of looking at it right now for our gear. Noctis is set up fine. So is Gladio, but we want to get him a shield. He has the Drain Lance and he has the auto crossbow. We got the Circular Saw now, so that's a lot of increase in damage. We're gonna go and get that on him. Like I said, we got the Drain Lance, so he's looking pretty good, so he's fine. So we need to pick up a shield for Gladio. There is a power shield here. Extra damage for Gladio is good because he's going to be our big damage here because we're going to be spamming his tech a lot. So we're going to see the weapon guy. We're going to go ahead and also head out. As you see those exclamation marks, or those are not exclamation marks, these question marks. Those are for, of course, when you want to do your extra little side quests and stuff. And they're very enjoyable. Make sure I'm going the right way. Yeah, the weapon person's still up there.
Hello. Would you like something to eat? See anything you fancy?
We're gonna go ahead and stick with the 600. Those are 480. We gotta stay economical, so we'll just get the cheapest
Lovely.
thing.
I'll bring it right out.
The food lasts for a day, so it's pretty well worth it for
Oh,
most
yeah,
of the time.
here it comes.
We'll go ahead and stop by the weapon bidder, pick up the food or the shield, and move on. And when you do eat different foods, Ignis sometimes records the recipe, and then if you have the ingredients from collecting the items from the wild and monsters or the meat and stuff like
Please
that,
come again.
you'll be able to craft it at camp, which works out pretty well. So we got our food there.
Man, that hurts.
Another headache.
This is not normal.
Pick up the shield for Gladio and keep him moving, because by this time you want everybody to have their extra weapons, because like I said again, the stats are very important.
Take a look at our wares.
Flame Tongue 117. Foes of Rolling Fire, Best Beware. We don't have to worry about that. We do got the new one here, the Hard Edge. That's 1500, but like I said, the main thing we want to get is we want to get the Power Shield. It's only 600.
Pleasure doing business.
Pretty decent of a bargain. If you do a lot of the quests for him, he reduces the price dramatically of everything there, but we got the main thing we needed for Gladiolus, or Gladio. Power Shield. You know what? We at 1200 gil. We're going to talk to this guy one more time.
Hey, what are you after this time?
And we are going to... we'll sell some treasure. Helix Horn we're going to keep, and the Glass Gunstone, of course. We're going to go ahead and sell the Rusted Bit.
Pleasure doing business.
And we are going to sell the Electric Condenser. And we'll keep the other ones. And we are going to pick up the Hard Edge, because it's a lot more attack.
Pleasure doing business.
Drops us
Hey,
down to
come again.
300. Most importantly, we're doing that because Gladio is pretty much the carry. There we go. Now we can go ahead and head on to the next area. Of course, if you're having gold problems or guild problems, or you need more money or you want more levels, feel free to do some side quests. Nothing wrong with doing those. So the cave behind the waterfall is another King's Tomb, which will provide us another weapon. It's a pretty straightforward dungeon. Some monsters in there are pretty interesting, but if you parry well and you have the right magic, which we do, will be no problem. It's pretty straightforward. Auto quest location to the waterfall, 3-minute drive.
Real friendly.
Yeah, everybody greets you. Takes some getting used to.
You draw more attention here than you do at home.
I might have asked before, but is Ebony really all that good?
I might have answered before, but yes, it is.
Ebony refers to coffee. Just in case you're wondering. Ebony, Coleman's chairs for camping gear equipment, and Cup Noodle are some of the in-game advertisements they have. I'm not gonna lie to you, after seeing so many Cup Noodle advertisements in the game, I had to run out to the store and buy a big pack of like 24 of them. Because, I mean, who doesn't love Cup Noodle? It's the greatest noodles on earth, the tastiest, the wonderful balance between pork, chicken, and beef. Nothing can beat Cup Noodle. We have plenty of recovery items. We have a good amount of Phoenix Downs. It shouldn't come to that, and we should be fine for the next dungeon. You can get a little bit turned around, but it's not a bad thing because once you kill the monsters, they don't respawn. Extra experience, all that good stuff, and then plus there's a lot of nice items inside of there we want to make sure we pick up. And there is a couple fights and some items we can pick up before we actually get into the dungeon. I do believe this dungeon actually even has the extra hard mode dungeon, which you pretty much are going to do after you clear out the game or when you get enough levels. I think it's after the game, I'm not too sure, but you'll need a special in-game key to open it. And you'll find a whole bunch of crazy monsters in there, but really good experience, really good items, all that good stuff. And for the most part, when you're driving, if you want, you can usually get something to eat or something to drink when you're waiting. Some people don't mind it, some people don't like it. I liked it, because initially, when the first time you do this, you're just really interested in looking at all the different scenery, what's going on, the little prompts, the little discussions between everybody. It's pretty interesting. I imagine if you're running this game through a New Game Plus or multiple times, you just would basically skip everything or just, you know, go walk away while you wait to get to that destination. But I'm not too for sure. I think in New Game Plus, all your destinations are still available, so you'll be able to fast travel instead of waiting for stuff, I do believe, or I could be wrong. I haven't done the New Game Plus yet. Really don't see a reason to, since they don't increase the difficulty or make anything crazy, or, you know, make it so that, you know, bringing over your level 99 character or high level character really can get stuff done or do something extra. Usually with New Game Plus, they make the monsters harder, or it serves some purpose, but in this situation, it doesn't. Maybe in the future they might add something, who knows. Alright, so we're pushing our destination. And we're parked up.
See that you buy no more than we need.
I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit of gas.
Or something. Mum's the word.
Since we're here, we might as well. Let's go ahead and skip that. Now, you can actually use a chochobo to actually get to where you need to go. But I just tell you, I would just advise to walk. You don't want to skip any monsters. You want to fight as much as you can. I mean, if you want to level up more, that's fine. But, you know, if you're just trying to go through the game and keep the game pretty challenging, but still get okay amount of levels, I just basically, rule of thumb is I just fight anything I encounter and just keep it moving. Usually that's more enough. If you skip too much and you don't know what you're doing as your first time playthrough, you might cause a little bit of frustration, force you to go back and level up. But of course, again, that's not a bad thing either. Alright, got an item over here. Man, that button is making it difficult. Oh, high potion, fantastic. High potions are very solid. They're very easy to buy later on in the game, but early game they're quite expensive, in relevance to the amount of money you get. So we got that snake over there. We do not want to fight that. So as you can see, I'm heading over the rocks. If you guys remember Final Fantasy VII,
on your right. Thanks.
reminiscent of the Midgar Zolom from Final Fantasy VII, and just like that, you do not want to fight that early on. You'll have problems. Got some crabs over here.
Time to show you what I can really do.
We want to perform 2 link strikes.
I only had a gill for every time you said that.
So we're gonna go ahead and head in.
Guys, we got a little problem over here.
Cool. Go take care of it.
That wasn't part of the deal.
Got a good link strike in. And into a blind side. That's very nice. He's gonna take a ton of damage. He's gonna pop off one spell. Pop off the Gladios. Oh, took a little extra damage. We should have. See if we can get Gladio. There he goes. Perfect. Like I said, Gladios is our carry. It's good that we got his damage up. This is why I really do enjoy him, because his damage is just fantastic at these lower levels. He really gets the job done. That's why I think a lot of people like him. His attitude's pretty cool, and then in combination, his character is well designed. See if we can get one up. Blindside. Oh, no, he might be dead right here. That's it. It's a wrap. So we used one potion. That wasn't too bad, and we used one cast.
I've come up with a
Electricity, or one of our spells. We have plenty of that. Oh, that was the last one we had for that. But we do have, in our elemency, we do have 6 of this other magic. So we're going to save this definitely for the boss of the next area, or the last area with a bunch of difficult monsters. There are some pretty messed up in the monsters that we're about to fight
I've come up with a new recipe.
in the next dungeon. So 1 to 2 casts before the end is okay, but you really want to wait towards the end when you get into problems where you start popping off your magic. And we're just picking up all these turmerics and stuff like that because it's on the way. Might as well. And whatever little items we can see, every item we pick up means one less thing we have to buy. Okay. And we got the chrome bit. I'm pretty sure we use that for something else, so I'll be careful about selling it, or I don't think it matters, but I could be wrong. I think there's an item by the water, I do believe, and then we'll have to go back up, but I do believe there's an item over here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. As you can see, these yellow boxes on the map, those are all items. Like, it's hard to see, but let me give you a good example. Like right here. If you were to go to this point, there is a treasure right there. So if you ever have some free time and you're close to one, make sure you pick these up. Mega Phoenix, fantastic pickup. Those are very good when you get to some hard boss fights. It reses everybody to max and restores everybody's HP, which is great. Oh, I'm getting trapped here. Gotta hop back over the rocks. There we go. So now we're gonna head to the dungeon, head to the upper level. And this shouldn't be too difficult. They got some monster packs that are pretty bad in terms of like they're assholes, but we have some pretty strong magic, so it should be fun.
I think it says come in.
So we're gonna try to get whatever extra items we can. We're gonna take our time, kill the monsters, clear it out, and then move back.
This place gives me goosebumps. Double back for our coats? Well, looking on the bright side, maybe the cold keeps the demons at bay?
Because monsters like warmth.
Ah, sarcasm. But what if they're frozen?
Encased in ice, waiting for
Fossil
something
shell.
warm to pass by.
And then they jump out! And there's our warm welcome.
Ooh. We did get 12 lightning energy right there, which is actually very good.
The Prince of Pain.
Here goes Mr. Gladios. Great damage. That guy is carrying so strong right now. Bless his heart. He's trying to carry the whole group.
Down we go.
And we're sliding.
Say your prayers. You think's love, deep pits. Let's get it over with.
There we go. Finish it off. Blindside. Perfect. Not a problem. And we got another potion, so that's also great. One less thing to buy. So we slid from there. Always sometimes it's not bad to stop and look around so you don't get turned around. Some dungeons will get you turned around.
I really hope we didn't come here for nothing.
Sure, there's something.
Rested bit. Okay, and this is gonna send us sliding more.
Again. Really?
gonna go ahead and pop a magic. Just because we want to get her real quick. We don't want to mess around with her. Especially with the lightning attacks. So it's actually worthwhile to use magic. We knock her out very quick. She's weak to fire. This is one of the ones we kind of fought in the original dungeon. So it worked out pretty well.
Onward.
Alright, so we got 92 there. We're gonna go over here. I do believe there's some magic. Great. Frost. We love free magic. We always like to draw magic when we can. Magic makes our life a lot easier. Especially since we got points early on into the increased magic based on how many levels we got. Sounds like a great plan. So we could head that way. We're gonna go ahead and just head around right here. I do believe there's a couple items to grab here and there. If I'm not crazy. But you don't want to go too back up because I'm pretty sure you'll backtrack around from the last time I first did that in here. There's probably an item around here. Nah.
Not a fan of most of this.
Okay, cool. Little extra experience.
Bring on the next one.
So very easy monsters to deal with. Nice to get the extra gil and stuff
Just got
from the
frosted,
items.
dude.
Really? How's it look?
Here's one of the items that you need to actually come back up and get. Carbon bangle, fantastic. Maximum HP anomaly. I don't think we're gonna put this. Let me see here. Garnet. Garnet. Yeah, we don't want to lose his attack on him. Green choker. Let's see. Increases HP recovery anomaly. So we could give him the carbon bangle, which he already got, which is good. So we'll go ahead and throw this on Ignis. He can use the extra HP. I'm going to walk across here, and I do believe there's a couple more items. We're going to drop back down and proceed towards the end of the dungeon. We just want to try to get as many items as we can while we're up here, so that we don't have to buy them later. Alright. Fossil wood, fantastic. And I'm pretty sure this is going to lead us back up towards the top.
Last thing I need now.
Eyes peeled, mouth closed.
There is a Yojimbo. These guys are pretty dangerous. You definitely want to prioritize dodging versus these guys. They are pretty crazy. Yojimbos can, or the samurais can do a lot of damage to you and make your life a living hell. But when you're using Gadia's skills and techs and stuff like that, he really can't do damage to you. We're gonna have to pop a potion here. And he died. And he'll go ahead and get recovered on the Pronto, which is fine. So this is bringing us back towards the dungeon, so we can pick up the Momino fossil. And that's pretty much about it. Now we can go ahead and push the end and finish the dungeon. You don't have to do all that if you don't want to, but it works.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, what's up, Kona? I have my friend in chat. No, just making a walkthrough guide for people on YouTube. That helps people get through the game without having to frustrate themselves like the first time I did when I played through. There we go. And an ether. There we go. And then we're just gonna go ahead and shimmy across this chasm right here. I think we're gonna have to end up fighting one more Yojimbo. No, I'm gonna go ahead and spin one of my magics here because in the next fight with him, because I think we can afford it. Okay. Some fire right here. That's always good. Extra magic, like I said, is fantastic. Yeah, we got some more lightning energy, which is good. These guys are real good for lightning energy, because they consistently give me 12 every single time. Alright.
Would have liked to wrap that up more quickly.
Alright. Just be careful when you move around here, you don't want to slip and fall.
Most likely.
Let's see for ourselves.
Now this last area is going to have some weird ass monsters, but that's what we banked up our magic for. So our lightning energy is full. Probably because we killed a lot of those monsters. So what we're going to do is do a bunch of lightning. We're going to do a bunch of fire. And we're going to add just enough so we don't switch it out. Okay, we want to stop right before unicast. Just so we can up the potency. There we go. We're going to add a catalyst. Stop cast Undar, we don't want that. Dual cast Undar fire, 2 chain level 60, that's not that bad, 1 chrome bit. Blast cast Undar times 5 backfire level 9, I don't want that. Expert cast Undar times 3. Extra experience, it's not really bad, that bonus level 4, but it's not worth it, it's a waste. Thundar, fire, you should save those for in-game to the base coins. Glass gemstone, we're not going to use that. Broken harmonica, stop level 99, no. Crooked helix horn, 3 chain 70. I think we're going to go ahead and use that. And we're going to store it. Alright, we're going to keep it moving. I'm always very careful because I don't know what I can and can't slip off of, and I don't want to shred back up here unnecessarily. Should have got some Yojimbos and a couple liches coming up for fights. They're coming. I don't know why I cast that, I guess I was a little bit too excited. And Knock just got Phoenix, not knocked out, so we're gonna have to use Phoenix down to res him, which is fine. He gets back his full HP, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nice work, Gladio.
Probably should have got the potion on Ignis a lot sooner, but that's okay. I think that's everything, right? No, it's not.
So here we go.
Don't see the rest of my squad anywhere.
Not good. Dark. Be nice to brighten things up in here.
There they are. Gotta go find them. There we go. Alright.
That was a close one.
Look like we're okay. And we're just gonna keep it
Just
moving.
being alive.
There we go.
I'm freezing. Oh, what I wouldn't give for a hot bowl of soup. Soup. We're almost there. We gotta be. Right?
And we are almost there. But like I said, we're going to have some silly fights in a moment. They might go good, they might go bad, but it's just random. Depends on how the enemy AI wants to behave. Bosses are a little bit more easily. You can understand them, like Behemoth. You kind of know what his limitations are. You get a feel for him.
Hey.
My biggest fear is just random monsters in these areas. Yep, here we go. Don't hold back. Cast your fire magic. Do not play with these guys. These Lich Kings or Liches will mess with you pretty tight terribly. These things are not a joke. Use Gladios's cooldown whenever you can. Like, I know I'm seeming a little bit crazy right now, but you really don't want to leave it up to risk. We're gonna go ahead and raise... Nope, wait a minute, wrong person. I used the extra potion for no reason. That's good, so he's back up. And we're gonna cast our second spell, and that should be it for him. And that's it. He's done. Oh, looks like we got one more. That's okay though. And we're gonna go ahead and pop up Gladio as soon as we get a chance to. There we go. Go ahead and raise. Can we elixir? No, I think he's dead. Okay, he got him back up. That's good.
Is it just me? Or is it getting hard to see?
We're gonna go ahead and drop a potion on Noctis. I might be dead after this. No, I should be okay. He should pop a potion right here. No, he did not. We'll pop a potion now. Go back in. There we go. Into the Gladios' damage. Oh, he's dead. So it worked out pretty well. I know it didn't look too bad, but like I said, those guys, if you don't respect them, they will cause you problems. So
Yep, we're all very much alive.
bosses are pretty straightforward. You can understand what you have to do. For me, at least, random monsters like that, especially the casters, are hell to deal with. So we have some high-level magic, and we blast them out, no problem. And then after this, of course, we can teleport out the dungeon. It'll put us right back at the entrance. We'll recall back to the car, and then we'll fast teleport back home. Hopefully it's not nighttime. If not, if it is nighttime, hopefully we can find a camp local by, or we'll just drive into the closest one, or where we can manage to get. But we headed out as soon as it was morning, so we should be fine. We weren't in the dungeon for that long. So now we got the armature. When you build up the blue meter to max, you'll get like a semi-limit break for Noctis. You hold the L1 and R1. Sometimes it's hard to trigger. Even when it looks like you have the meter, sometimes it hasn't triggered yet, or you haven't got enough meter just to push it to the limit break point. That's what I just call it. But usually it's L1 and R1 to activate it, then you hold down circle. Like I said, let me reiterate that. You hold down circle. You don't tap, so as soon as you activate the limit break with L1 and R1, you hold down circle, and that's all you do. And while you're doing it, he does a crap ton of damage. And you usually can't do any damage to him or mess with them. So just keep that in mind. L1 and R1 at the same time to trigger it. Hold down circle. Don't tap it like me, because I spent most of the game just tapping it, and I wondered why it wasn't doing all the damage it was supposed to.
Noct, you okay?
When was that?
What is it?
A hole in the ground. Something burning. The meteor?
You saw the disc of Kothis.
Let's make our way back to...
Alright, so what we're going to go ahead and do, go to menu, so we don't got much here, so it looks like we're okay to go. We're going to go ahead and go to gear, Noctis. We're going to take a look at the new thing that we just got. Let's see here. Sword of the Wanderer, less attack, but looks like we get more defense out of it. We lose 3, we go down by a lot of damage. Sword of the Wise, if we were to swap that out for this Wanderer, Really not much we're gaining here. So the Sword of the Wise with the Axe of Conquer seems the best thing to do right now. Of course, this will give me more survivability, but we'll be okay. So we'll just go ahead and keep the same setup we have right now. We will go to map, and we will return to the car. And then we're gonna fast travel back to Lestalem, which is nice since we already been there. So, go ahead and go to Auto. We'll go to Cold Quest location, and we're gonna go ahead and travel back to Lestalem. It's a 3-minute drive if you like to watch the scenery, but it's kind of late. I wouldn't advise it. Just fast travel back, saves you a lot of grief. And then when we go to sleep, we'll get all that wonderful XP and AP, and then we'll go from there. I'd like to remember if we gotta go to the meteor area next or not before the next chapter, but we'll find out soon. Or I think the chapter might be ending closely in a matter of a minute or two. We're towards the end. I know we're towards the end of chapter 3. I just don't know specifically what ends it.
Look at all these lights. What a relief.
Indeed. They ought to keep the demons at bay.
Alright. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on in here. Okay, I think this is a gentleman that we like. Now, if you'd like to actually take a break and do a side quest, if anything, do the side quest provided by this jolly guy right here. I might do this at the beginning of chapter 4 just to get some more money. I think my money's okay for now, but he gives a lot of good money for easy-ass quests. I mean, most of them are just go here, take a picture here. I think 1 or 2 of them involve you to go to, like, you know, certain dungeons and stuff, but the dungeons, I do believe one of them is one of your King's Relic items that you need to go get. The one the Kings are, weaponry or whatever. I forget which one it was, but it was well worth the trip up the mountain of... you had to go up this mountain. It's a crypt up there, but it's well worth going up there. There's a lot of draw points, good experience, and he pays a crap ton of money. I'm talking like 10 million or 10,000 gil, and 15 and 25. He goes all the way up to, like, I think 60 or 70. So that money is very valuable. That's a lot of supportive items, a lot of restorative items, and a lot of, you know, getting basically a lot of your gear situated.
Noctis! Welcome back.
Your story came to a happy end.
Well, well.
Alright.
Splendid. You've done well, my boy.
Not unlike you and your father when you were little.
You think so?
Yeah.
What's the matter? You alright?
He'll be fine, don't worry. But we ought to take a closer look at this so-called disc.
Then look no further than the Outlook. We can use the viewer things.
No substitute for being on site, but it would be a start. Let's see what we can glean of Nox's condition.
I don't know if we actually have to return in the morning to do this, but it might be doable at night. Oh, also, if you're doing any quest that involves taking a photo, you cannot do those at night, of course. Just want to make sure that's clear. So if you're thinking about, hey, it's nighttime, I want to take some night photos, it doesn't work that way. It won't let you. You have to wait till the morning. So just go ahead and get some rest, and then you'll be able to do the photo ops or any quest involving photos.
Dude, this is gonna be a party in my mouth.
Right, we discovered another food.
I can recreate this.
A recipe.
What a coincidence. I'm not so sure it is.
Aren't nursery rhymes curious things? Like this one. From the deep, the Archean calls. Yet on deaf ears, the god's tongue falls. The king made to kneel in pain, he crawls.
So how do we keep him on his feet?
You need only heed the call. visit the Archean, and hear his plea. I can take you.
We in?
I don't know. We take a ride?
But watch our backs.
Fair enough. Let's do it.
I'm not one to stand on ceremony, but such an occasion calls for an introduction. Please, call me Arden. Come with me to the car park. That's where I left my automobile. She's a dear old thing. Pales next to your regalia, but she's never let me down. So, we take 2 vehicles, a convoy of sorts, shall we?
So he's going to his car, but unfortunately we're at night. So what we're gonna do is, how much money we have? It's 275. We're gonna have to sell an item or 2, get something to eat, and then proceed to go to the next area. Could try to go make it out in camp, but I don't recommend it. Better safe than sorry. Let's actually pop back this way. We want to hit the food guy right up here, but we do need to sell something first, so.
Think food,
Let me
think
sell
Fall-Star.
something quick. Let's see here. Rusted bit. Can sell 2 of those.
Thanks.
And let's see, giant crab pincers. We'll sell 2 of those. And I think that's about all we need to sell. Yeah, we're at a pretty good amount of go.
Thanks for choosing Fall-Star.
And like I said, if you really want to, you can do a couple side quests and get money, but we're just trying to keep this as streamlined as possible. Minimum side quests for this guide. So if you just want to blaze through storyline, you can.
Some refreshments.
Okay.
Everything here is made lovingly.
So that's 600 gil, 400 HP, 120. Again, we're going to be economical.
Just a moment, please.
Oh, you know what? I just messed up. I shouldn't have ate first. That was a mistake. You know what? To combat against this, I think we're gonna go ahead and just do the quest anyway at night. If we have any demons, we're just gonna have to run and come back and sleep until it's morning. But since it's a quest, I don't think we'll have to worry about the demons, so we'll just risk it, because I really don't want to waste my food buff. I just spent good money on that. We'll come by and pick up some cup noodles later. They're good because he loves cup noodles. And that will make it so he is actually gonna be critting a lot.
All set? Allow me to do the honor of assigning your driver. I choose you.
All yours, Ignis.
Come now, he always drives. Be a friend and let him rest for a change. You drive your car and I drive mine. With that decided, let us be off.
Probably should have slept, because now I'm thinking about the experience I should be getting, but that's okay. Oh, great. It's being added right now. That works out pretty mighty fine then. Oh, so we're in chapter 4, so we are going to go ahead and cut it off at this point. As soon as I get a chance to, I want to go ahead and pause it and stop the stream and start it back up, but we'll go ahead and cut the video off from here. Chapter 4 starts to lighten up the game a lot more lively things happen, a lot more cool cutscenes, so I will see you guys in the next video.